The phone call came at 3 a.m. "Sir, we have a problem," the voice whispered. "Someone just destroyed our best tactical unit in a simulation, completely obliterated them. The leader? A woman they've been calling Princess all week." But let's go back to the beginning. 4 days earlier, when everything seemed normal, she walked into the war room wearing a smile that could start wars and end them. Breathtaking beauty that made time stop, flowing dark hair, makeup that belonged on magazine covers, and a fitted tactical vest that revealed arms decorated with mysterious tattoos. Every curve perfectly displayed, every detail designed to distract. The 24 elite cadets couldn't look away. Neither could Captain Marcus Steele Thompson, who forgot his next sentence entirely. They all thought the same thing. This gorgeous woman was clearly lost. But here's what that 3 a.m. phone call didn't mention. Here's what would make this story legendary. The woman they called Princess wasn't just any woman. She was carrying a secret so classified that only 3 people in the Pentagon knew the truth. And when that secret finally came out, it wouldn't just change the academy. It would rewrite everything these soldiers thought they knew about power, about deception, and about who really runs the war machine. Because Luna Hayes wasn't lost at all. She knew exactly where she was, exactly why she was there, and exactly whose daughter she was. And in 72 hours, she would prove that sometimes the most dangerous weapon in any room is the one nobody sees coming. Welcome to Quiet Tale Studio. Before we dive into this story of hidden power and shattered assumptions, tell me in the comments where you're watching from today. And if you believe stories like this deserve to be heard, hit that subscribe button and help us share these incredible tales. Blackstone Military Academy was where the military's elite were forged. Captain Marcus Thompson embodied everything the academy represented. Decorated combat veteran, tactical genius, the man every cadet wanted to become. That Tuesday morning, he was conducting strategy briefing for the academy's top 24 students when she entered. Luna Hayes moved with liquid grace. Her long black hair fell in perfect waves, makeup flawless with smoky eyes and glossy lips. The black tactical vest fitted her like custom armor, the deep V-neck revealing elegant collarbones and devastating cleavage. Her bare arms were athletically toned, displaying an intricate tattoo that looked almost military in design. "Gentlemen," announced Colonel Morrison, "meet Luna Hayes, our new civilian tactical consultant. She'll be observing your training and providing alternative perspectives." Marcus felt his authority wavering. Alternative perspectives? From someone who looked like she belonged on magazine covers? "Ma'am, while we appreciate civilian input, this is advanced combat tactics. The concepts might be somewhat technical." Luna's smile never wavered, but something flickered in her dark eyes. "Please, Captain Thompson, don't let me interrupt. I'm just here to learn. Just here to learn." The way she said it made Marcus's instincts twitch. The next hour was torture. Marcus tried maintaining professional demeanor while Luna's presence warped everything around it. The cadets barely paid attention to his insurgency tactics presentation, stealing glances at the woman taking notes in perfect handwriting. During break, whispers started immediately. "Who is she really?" asked Lieutenant Kim. "Civilian consultant," scoffed Reynolds. "Right. Consultants don't look like that." Marcus agreed with their skepticism. Something about Luna Hayes didn't add up. The way she sat, perfect posture, alert but relaxed. The way her eyes tracked movement. The way she seemed completely comfortable in an environment that intimidated most civilians. And that tattoo. It wasn't decorative, it had meaning. structure, purpose. After break, Marcus decided to test her. Miss Hayes, perhaps you'd like to share thoughts on our urban insurgency simulation. Luna looked up, and Marcus saw something flash across her features. Not confusion, but amusement. I'm just here to observe, Captain, but if you insist, I noticed tactical assumptions worth reconsidering. The room went quiet. Such as? Luna stood gracefully, walking to the digital display. Her heels clicked softly as she pointed with one manicured finger. Your insertion point assumes enemies haven't anticipated your logical approach. But insurgent leaders aren't stupid. They'd have that route covered. She traced an alternative path. Three-pronged approach. Primary team creates distraction here. Secondary moves through this blind spot during guard rotation. Third provides overwatch from elevation. Marcus stared. The approach she'd outlined in 30 seconds was more sophisticated than their 2-hour plan. That's actually quite good. Where did you learn tactical planning? Over the next few days, Luna became a fixture in training sessions. She observed everything, always taking careful notes, wearing outfits that managed to be both professional and absolutely distracting. The cadets' initial amusement transformed into something complex. Luna wasn't just beautiful, she was smart. Her observations revealed flaws their instructors missed. Her questions targeted the weakest points in their arguments. Marcus found himself both impressed and frustrated. Who was this woman? Friday afternoon, Colonel Morrison announced a special exercise. Gentlemen, live tactical simulation tomorrow. Urban warfare scenario, real-time decision-making. 2 teams of 12. Team Alpha, led by Captain Thompson. Team Bravo. Morrison's eyes found Luna. Team Bravo, led by Miss Hayes. Deafening silence. Sir, with respect, Miss Hayes is a civilian consultant. She hasn't been trained in combat leadership. Haven't I, Captain? Luna asked softly. Something in her voice made Marcus's blood run cold. Not challenge or defensiveness, but certainty. Absolute, unshakable certainty. Exercise begins Aero 800 tomorrow. 4 hours. Winning team earns weekend liberty. As cadets filed out, Marcus approached Luna. You don't have to do this. Combat simulation is serious business. Luna looked up, and he saw something that made him step back. The look of a predator sizing up prey. Captain Thompson, I appreciate your concern, but I think you'll find I'm more qualified than you expect. Saturday morning, the simulation area buzzed with activity. Marcus assembled his 12 best cadets with confidence. They were facing a civilian consultant and 12 cadets who'd never worked with her. This would be a massacre. Through binoculars, Marcus watched Luna address Team Bravo. Gone was elegant civilian attire. She wore full tactical gear that emphasized her athletic build, more of that intricate tattoo visible on her arms. But her posture had changed. The casual elegance was replaced by something harder, more dangerous. The exercise began at 0800. Marcus's plan was textbook perfect. Coordinated advance using superior firepower to overwhelm Team Bravo's positions. His team moved with precision, executing practiced maneuvers. For the first hour, everything went according to plan. Then Luna's team vanished. Not retreated, vanished. Marcus's advance found itself moving through empty buildings, chasing shadows. The civilian actors reported seeing nothing, hearing nothing. Where the hell are they? Marcus muttered. His answer came when Team Bravo materialized behind his lines like ghosts. The simulation's laser system registered casualties as Luna's team executed a flawless flanking maneuver. Over the next 3 hours, Marcus watched his tactical superiority crumble. Luna's team moved like special operations units, using unconventional tactics that turned every advantage against him. They didn't fight like cadets. They fought like professional soldiers. By 11:30, Marcus's team had been systematically dismantled. The final blow came when Luna appeared on Building 6's rooftop, sniper rifle trained on Marcus's position. Team Alpha Commander eliminated. Exercise concluded. Team Bravo wins. The debriefing was brutal. Luna's analysis cut deepest, breaking down the exercise with surgical precision. She identified the exact moment Marcus lost initiative, explained how predictable movements were exploited, demonstrated how conventional tactics became vulnerabilities. It wasn't just that she'd won, she'd made victory look effortless. "Miss Hayes," asked Lieutenant Kim, "where did you learn to do that?" Luna smiled, but this time it wasn't sweet or mysterious. This was the smile of someone who'd been playing a game nobody else knew existed. "Gentlemen, I think it's time for honesty." She walked to the front, movements now carrying authority that made every cadet straighten. The elegant consultant was gone, replaced by someone radiating command presence. "My name is Captain Luna Hayes, daughter of General Patricia Hayes, current chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff." Shocked murmurs erupted. "For 8 years, I've been assigned to Special Operations Units, conducting training and evaluation missions. My designation is Special Operations Training Specialist, with security clearance exceeding everyone here except Colonel Morrison." Marcus felt his world tilting. "But you're a civilian consultant." "Cover identity. I was sent to evaluate the Academy's training methods and assess graduating cadets. Best way was observing you when you thought nobody important was watching." She paused, gaze sweeping the room. "I'm also here because General Hayes, my mother, was concerned that graduates might be unprepared for unconventional warfare. Modern conflicts don't follow textbook rules. The skills you've learned are excellent for traditional warfare, but insufficient for actual challenges." Colonel Morrison stepped forward. "Captain Hayes has volunteered to redesign curriculum portions. Starting Monday, she'll implement new protocols based on current special operations methodology." Marcus found his voice. "So everything this week was evaluation, and I'm afraid most of you failed spectacularly." Silence, except for deflating egos. "However, failure is opportunity to learn, which is why I'm here, to teach you how to fight wars that can't be won with conventional thinking." She looked directly at Marcus. "Captain Thompson, your tactical knowledge is impressive, but your assumptions are dangerous. You expect enemies to behave rationally, follow patterns. Real enemies are unpredictable, innovative, ruthless. What do you recommend? Unlearn everything you think you know about warfare. Start thinking like enemies instead of textbooks. Embrace unconventional methods. Most importantly, never underestimate opponents based on appearances." She smiled warmly. "After all, a week ago, you thought I was just a pretty face who got lost." Academy transformation began immediately. Luna's protocols turned everything cadets knew about warfare upside down. Instead of textbook maneuvers, they learned to think like insurgents and unconventional fighters. Marcus found himself humbled and energized. Luna's teaching methods were unlike traditional military education. She forced them to question assumptions, challenge doctrine, develop adaptive thinking. The enemy you're training to fight is the enemy you'll never face. Real wars are messy, unpredictable, won by whoever adapts fastest. Her methods were unorthodox but effective. She had them plan operations from enemy perspectives, then attack their own plans. She taught them to recognize psychological weaknesses conventional training created. How many assessed me as a threat when I first entered that briefing room? No hands rose. Exactly. Your training taught you to identify threats based on obvious indicators, weapons, uniforms, aggressive posture. But the most dangerous opponents often don't look dangerous at all. Marcus understood Luna's dramatic introduction had been more than evaluation. It had been a lesson itself. 6 months later, Marcus stood in the same briefing room where he'd first met Luna Hayes. Now he conducted evaluations, testing new cadets using unconventional methods she'd taught him. Luna had moved to another assignment, another group of overconfident soldiers needing to learn that dangerous enemies often hid in plain sight. Academy graduation rates decreased under new training, but graduate quality improved dramatically. Officers trained under Luna's methods were specifically requested for special operations and unconventional warfare units. Marcus had been promoted and was being considered for special operations posting. More importantly, he learned to see the world differently, to question assumptions, challenge wisdom, never underestimate anyone based on appearances. Sometimes the most powerful lessons came from unexpected teachers, and sometimes those teachers wore designer clothes and devastating smiles while teaching you everything you thought you knew was wrong. The military was changing, adapting to face enemies who didn't follow traditional rules. Thanks to officers like Luna Hayes, future soldiers would be ready for whatever challenges awaited them, even if those challenges came disguised as beautiful women who looked like they belonged anywhere except battlefields. This story was brought to you by Quiet Tales Studio. Have you ever completely misjudged someone based on appearance? Met someone who shattered every assumption about what capability looks like? Share your story in the comments and let us know where you're watching from. If you believe stories like Luna's deserve to be remembered, hit that subscribe button and help us share these tales of hidden strength and unexpected excellence. Because at Quiet Tales Studio, we know that the most powerful people are often the ones you never see coming. We'll see you in the next one.